Hi, I'm Matt Patterson with the Oklahoman, and we're back with another edition of Zoo Tales. I'm joined by Andrea Brenner and Chase Harvick from the Oklahoma City Zoo. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Summer is here, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about. You have Gaston. My French is a little rough, but that he was named after Beauty and the character in Beauty and the Beast, right?
So he's a New Caledonian giant gecko, and French is a very common language at New Caledonia. So when we were coming up with a name for him, we threw a couple French names out there. We all vote on it, and Gaston won.
In New Caledonia, that's like some small little island country in like the Pacific, is that?
Yep, it's in the South Pacific, so it is an island area. What's really cool about this guy is he's the largest gecko species in the world. So, I mean, he might not be as big as some people are expecting, but when you think of geckos, you're thinking of them climbing up walls, climbing on the ceiling. You can really only be so large and accomplish this. But what's really cool about that is what they have found out and how geckos can do that is on the bottom of their toe pads, they have millions of these little hair-like structures that then have an additional couple thousand hair-like structures on those that help them to climb the walls because it gives a really good grip on it.
And we were just talking, he's 30 years old, right?
He is. So he's kind of getting past the lifespan. He's kind of an old man, but he's getting up on 30 years old. And I mean, as you can see with him sitting on the cork bark here, they're really camouflaged. So, when they're out in the trees on New Caledonia, they're very hard to find, which is good for them. That helps to protect them from any predators that might be on the island.
Yeah, what is their chief concern as far as predators go? Is it?
Well, there's not really much in the way of native stuff. So when you start getting to smaller islands, they don't often have much in the way of natural predators. But when man come and colonize the island, they tend to bring things with them. So released dogs and cats are a real problem there for these guys in terms of predation. And then like a lot of island species, any sort of habitat destruction is really rough on them, just because they don't have a big space that they can go to. So if they run out of it, they're on an island. But these guys are considered least concern, so they're not doing too bad right now. We just want to make sure that we continue to protect their environment and help them out.
And the size, you mentioned it was the largest gecko species in the world. Is it like twice as big as I mean, I think we've all seen geckos, and they're really small and thin.
Oh yeah. These guys can get up to 14 inches long, so that's a lot bigger than the little guys that we have running around here. So
he's kind of on the small end for. Is he?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't measured him out, but yeah, I'd say he's a little shorter than that. But I can't really turn him around to show you, but he's a little short because he has lost his tail in the past. So that is something that all geckos can do, is they can drop their tail if a predator is going after them, and they can regrow it. So this is just a little bit shorter. That has happened to him. I might be able to turn to the camera, maybe. Yep, there you go. You can kind of see it.
Yeah.
So it's right there is where he would have lost it in the past.
As far as his eyes, can you talk about what that's all about? Just the color? It looks kind of like a pattern almost.
Well, I'll admit I don't know a whole lot about their eyes. They are nocturnal though, so I would imagine it has a lot to do with that. And another thing when people are thinking about geckos is them licking their eyeball. That's a really fun thing that kids like. So they don't have any eyelids that they can open and close. They just have a scale that's over there. So they lick it to kind of keep it moist as they're going around.
And Gaston is one of the animals kids might see at the summer camps?
So he's one of our education animals. He's new to our programming. And with it being summer, all the kids are out on summer break. They're really excited. Parents are kind of sitting there wondering, well, what do I do with them now? Well, if they'd like something a bit more active, a bit more educational than the kids just sitting on the couches all day on their phones, they can come to our summer camps. So we have them going all summer long for ages 4 to 15, although I will say all of our 4 to 5-year-old classes have been booked. But they can book summer camps for their kids. And they're all different themes, so they could be things on animal enrichment, animal adaptations, the use of animals in spy networks. We even have one of those going on this year. So there's a lot of cool things they can come and learn.
And they go through, how long do the classes through the
It's usually they're a week long, and so we'll just have to sign them up for different classes. But it goes throughout the entire summer.
Okay, and they do fill up, right? You mentioned that they're over 80% full. So
yes, we're pretty high. So we are at 87% capacity right now. So if people want to go to our website, they can find the information there, see what summer camps are still available, and they can sign their kids up on those. It is broken up kind of by age groups and then by the different themes. So the kids get to come and learn about the zoo. They'll get to go out to the zoo. They'll get to meet animals like Gaston up close. It's a really fun time.
Not a bad way to spend the summer.
Not a bad way to spend the summer.
Not. And Chase, talk about, you've got other things going on at the zoo. Cindy, the chimpanzee, is 50, right?
Yeah. Everyone who goes to the zoo regularly will know Cindy immediately. She always has a blanket. Even when it's 100 degrees outside, she's got her blanket. That's Cindy, and she's, beloved. She's been at the zoo for a decade. We are celebrating half a century of Cindy this Saturday, June 2nd from 10 to 11. The reason we're celebrating half a century of Cindy, we don't exactly know Cindy's birthday. We know it was in 1968. We don't have a record of the day, so we just kind of split the difference. June 2nd, 50 years. It's going to be a big thing. Our caretakers have planned a picnic-themed enrichment activity at 10 o'clock for Cindy and the other chimps. It's going to be at the Great Escape Habitat. We're going to have some sweet treats for the kiddos. It's free with zoo admission. Check it out. We're also asking guests, because Cindy loves blankets, bring a blanket for Cindy. Leave it at guest services. If we have more than she needs, we'll donate them to an animal welfare organization here in the city.
And there's one of the orangutans likes a blanket out there too.
Yeah, they all do.
It's interesting.
Toba and Elik, they
Toba,
love blankets.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, and also some stuff with Zoofriends and Mathis Brothers coming up, or it's ongoing.
Yeah, all May long. We partner with Mathis Brothers almost every year, our Zoofriends organization, and you can save $21 on our family membership. This is a great deal for $69 through the end of May. You can get admission for 2 adults up to 5 kids to the zoo for a year. That's a great deal, but that's only available at Mathis Brothers Furniture through the end of the month. On Thursday from 11 to 1, we're bringing the Zoomobile out with one of our animal ambassadors, and I think KMGO 104.1 is going to be there as well to kind of do a big last-minute push. But that is regularly a $90 membership plan, and through Thursday it's going to be $69 only at Mathis Brothers.
And good through the rest of the year.
Good through the rest of the year, absolutely.
Yeah. And Red River piglets, I know that's been a thing lately for you guys.
Yep. We last Thursday welcomed 3 Red River hog piglets to,
Oh, they're very cute.
Their parents are Divot and Sir, I always get this wrong, Sir, what's his name? Sir Picklesworth III. The reason he is Sir Picklesworth III, his previous home was at Bronx Zoo, and Prince William was there on a tour a few years before he came to Oklahoma City, before Sir Picklesworth came, and he knighted Sir Picklesworth, and so they gave him that slightly pretentious name, but it's wonderful.
There's a little bit of royal blood.
That they are our 6th litter of piglets that Divot and Picklesworth have had at the zoo. There are 2 males and 1 female. They're on exhibit right now at the Red River Hog Habitat. I should specify, people hear Red River in Oklahoma and they think, oh, these guys must be down on the southern border, but they're not Red River hogs, they're Red River hogs from Africa.
From Africa, yes.
Yeah. So kind of
I could see where a lot of people would probably make that mistake, thinking they have some rooting in the OU-Texas rivalry or something. But and finally, Puddles. What is I mean, that little kitty has really become kind of a.
It's it's one of those great underdog stories.
Yeah.
Puddles is a male fishing cat kitten. He was the first. Andrea's going to correct me if I'm wrong on this. The first fishing cat kitten born via cesarean section in an AZA accredited zoo.
Huh.
So, and that, he, because he had to be delivered via C-section, he was separated from his mom, Mary, for a couple of days, and when they were put back together, the bonding didn't happen. She was not displaying maternal behaviors. So Puddles has been hand-reared by our veterinarian caretaker teams. But he's doing great. Let's see. He's becoming more adventurous and curious every day. He's hitting lots of milestones. He's consuming solid food now. He turns 2 months old on the 31st. He is still behind the scenes in our cat forest, but he has been moved away from the animal hospital. Should be on exhibit here in a few weeks. We don't have a date yet.
One of the interesting things I think about it is I didn't know that there was even a species of this kind of cat. So it's kind of neat that, I think it's at the very least gotten the word out that this is a species, that a lot of people don't really know about.
It is, and they're very interesting. They're slightly bigger than household cats, but they have very big paws and longer claws, and they're really compelling.
Yeah, definitely.
Fishing cat kitten Puddles. Oh my gosh, I'm watching this video
that
you guys
so
are showing here.
I know, it's kind of hard.
It's hard to focus when
I kind of zoned out while you were talking. Sorry.
You can see those claws on there, though.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
That is one of the enrichment items. The fish there. Our caretaker. Oh my gosh, look at that. Our caretaker teams have gotten him all kinds of enrichment stuff. They're just really wanting to make sure that he is hitting the milestones that he should, even though he doesn't have that relationship with Miri, the mother, like, oh my goodness.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a handful.
Those eyes.
He's a mess.
You can definitely, I love the name. It's so
Puddles.
like obvious, the name.
Yeah,
So.
the fishing cat kitten. But yeah, it's a busy time. Summer at the zoo. There's always something happening. So we hope people will come out and see us and visit the website, okczoo.org.
Yeah, no visit is going to be the same.
Yeah,
You're always going to see
always
something
new.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks for coming in today and have a great summer.
Thank you.
Fun,
Thank you, Matt. Yeah.